Hey guys, Susie here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today is another Real Talk episode, and today's Real Talk episode is about confidence and self-esteem. So I thought it was really important to do this video because, for one, school is starting back up soon. A lot of my viewers and teenage girls are going back to school, and frankly, for me, that was always a really hard time because I myself had problems with confidence, with self-esteem, and also I just kind of thought it was important to address because, in our everyday lives, we're going to meet people who, try to be something that they're not. They are, doing things or wearing things or just frankly just trying to be someone or something that they're not so that they can get approval from other people. And it's just a really important issue to kind of talk about, and it has so much to do with ourselves and kind of finding yourself, and finding your self-confidence and just self-esteem is a very, very hard thing to do. It takes some people their whole entire life to do it, and it's not something that I can tell you how to do. It's a personal journey that you have to take on your own and just kind of, work your own way through it. But I am going to kind of give you guys some of my advice, some of my tips, and kind of ways that I helped to kind of discover myself, find myself, and, feel good about myself, just have that self-esteem. So a lot of us, know here on YouTube, I make a lot of videos, and just like everybody else on YouTube, I'm putting myself out there. This is me. Take me as I am. You guys subscribe because you enjoy watching my videos. And YouTube is a very, very hard place to kind of be seen, to put yourself out there, because it is seen by millions and millions of people, all around the world. And people are very, very harsh on online communities. They, will bash you, and frankly, a lot of times the people that are doing like the bashing on videos are people that have issues with themselves, so they, frankly are too big of like a wuss to say something to somebody in real life, so they get on the computer, and it makes them feel better about themselves by putting other people down. But, YouTube is a very hard place to put yourself out there because you are exposing a very, very vulnerable part of yourself, who you are, and your creativity, and people will judge you on it. And you will find some people that are very accepting. They enjoy watching your videos. They like you as a person. They keep coming back, and then you're going to encounter those people that make you feel like crap, have really, really negative things to say. And I've been told things that frankly are really, really mean and horrible, but you just have to kind of work your way through it. And I kind of now, like, these things don't bother me anymore. I think I've been making videos for so long that I'm just like, you know what, I don't care, it doesn't bother me anymore. And it's also kind of like that new outlook that I have of life. For the past few years, I've had this outlook where I'm just like, you know what, I don't care anymore. People can say what they want to say. People can feel however they want to feel about me, and I'm just over it. Like, I'm done. I don't care. I am myself. I'm happy with myself, and other people's opinions don't matter to me. So it's kind of hard to get that outlook, but it does take a lot of time. And it's not only just here on YouTube. If you're in school, or if you remember when you were in school, that there was always those people, whether it was girls or guys, that, did things, dressed really provocatively, had all their stuff hanging out, took those pictures of themselves where they're always like, and their boobs is like all up in the camera, or they would, be wearing them coochie cutter shorts, booty all bent over, like, and then that person has those self-confidence issues. Now, there's one thing about feeling good about yourself, loving your body. You love your body, you feel good about it, you don't care if people see it or something. That is like one kind of thing, but you can tell the people that do this like on a serial basis. They are constantly posting these pictures of themselves, and I see it on Facebook all the time. I mean, all the time. The things that these girls will wear or do, or how they take their pictures just to get comments from guys, is frankly kind of ridiculous to me. It makes me want to be like, seriously? I mean, you have some serious issues with yourself. But, you know, you can tell who those people are because they're searching for that feedback. The reason why they're posting these pictures or posting these videos is because they don't feel good about themselves inside, so they're looking for somebody to tell them that they feel good. And even when they are offered like a compliment from somebody, you know, telling them, hey, you look good, blah, 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 they don't want to take that compliment. So they say, oh, you know, you're just saying that. No, I'm not that great, you know. And that kind of goes into another thing about confidence and self-esteem. Girls need to learn to take a compliment. If somebody tells you, hey, you look nice, hey, you're pretty, I like that outfit, hey, you know, don't make up excuses. Don't be like, oh, it's okay, it's just an outfit. Oh, I'm not really that great. Oh, no. You know, and that's not being cocky. When you take a compliment because somebody says, hey, you look good, and you're like, oh, thanks. You know, that's not being cocky. It's cocky when you're like, oh, thanks. No crap, I look good. That's being cocky. But if, you know, you're just like, thanks, you know, I really appreciate that. But when somebody, and I have friends who do this, and they will get a compliment, and they'll be like, oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not that great. Oh, whatever, you know. It's just because, frankly, they just don't feel good about themselves. They can't take a compliment, so, you know, why even search for the approval from other people? Why put yourself out there like that if you can't even take the compliment when you are offered one? I don't understand, but, you know, girls are weird, complex creatures. We don't make any sense, so, yeah. But, let me tell you guys kind of a little bit about my kind of issue with self-esteem. So, for one, I was, you know, and always will be, I am foreign, or I'm not foreign, but my whole family is foreign. So I never had the normal parents. I had the parents that were, you know, doing really weird stuff at home because they are not American. And, you know, a Christmas at my house when I was a kid consisted of, like, eating Polish food, my dad playing the accordion, like, all night long, really, really loud. Just, you know, really weird stuff. I mean, you know, and a lot of times other kids or people that I know, you know, that's parents are from another country, totally understand this. You get that feeling where you're like, I just don't fit in. I'm just weird, you know, like everybody else is normal. Why does my family have to be so weird? But, you know, over time I kind of learned to see my parents that they are who they are. This is who they are, and they're just weird, and so what? And I'm weird too, and, you know, whatever. Plus also, you know, I never had that body shape like other girls in high school. I was never the popular girl, you know. I was into, you know, crafts and things while other girls were into the sports and stuff, or they were buying designer clothes and shopping sprees because their mom gave them money or something. And, you know, my parents didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't have those designer clothes. I couldn't have those designer purses, and I just never quite really felt like I fit in. So I was always kind of trying to improve myself so that I could be more like the girls at school that were popular. And when I finally got my first job, the first few things I wanted to do was to go out and start buying the stuff that I saw that they had, because I thought if I had it, it would make me feel better about myself. And that's kind of another thing. You can't buy happiness. So, because you see other people have things and you're like, oh, I would be so happy if I had that. I would be so much better than I am right now. And then you get it and then you're like, no, I'm not really that happy at all. I mean, I'm kind of happy, but not really. So confidence is all about how you feel inside. It's about feeling good about yourself, and it's, you know, no outer force, no, you know, materialistic things, no comments from anybody else saying you look good. No attention that you get is ever going to fill the void that you personally don't feel good about yourself. So in order to feel better about myself, I started to do things that I really enjoyed. Instead of doing things that other people were doing that I thought would make me feel better about myself, I started doing things that I enjoyed. So I started cooking, I started baking, I started making videos here on YouTube. I started doing just all kinds of things that I found really fun. I started wearing things that I wanted to wear, and around this same time, there was a lot of different like singers coming out, a lot of articles coming out, and things saying, be yourself, just be who you want to be, do what you want to do. And, I kind of began to kind of think to myself, why do I care so much about what other people think of me, or why do I care so much about how I am seen? I want to be myself. I want to dress like I want to dress. I want to do what I want to do, enjoy what I like doing, and not have to worry about what other people think about it, whether they like it or not. So that kind of helped, was to do things that I really enjoyed, made me kind of feel better about myself. And I had to kind of let go of like people in my life that were a negative influence, people that, made me feel badly about myself, people that either put you down, and I also had to kind of let go of those people that I felt like I was living a lifestyle that I didn't really care too much about because I was wanting to be popular, or I was wanting to be somebody that I wasn't. So I had to let go of those people, and I just kind of frankly spent time by myself sometimes. I would, instead of going out, I would sit at home, I would find things that I enjoyed, and, it was just kind of more about learning who I am and what I am. And as a person, I finally began to see myself as, I'm not a bad person. I'm a pretty awesome person, and I really am quite unique, and I'm weird, and I love myself that way. So I think that's kind of one really, really important thing. And when you do find someone that does feel good about, make you feel good about yourself, don't push that away. Don't be like, oh, I'm not that great, oh, whatever. Learn to take a compliment. Number one, smile. That's a cheesy smile. But, smile and learn to take a compliment. Just realize that there is millions and millions of people in the world, but there is only one you. You may think that you look like somebody else or that you act like somebody else, but there really is only one you. And if anything, there is one thing about you that is completely different from everybody else in the world. So why would you want to be like anybody else when you are already really special? You are unique, and you are yourself, and you are one of a kind. So you are made that way for a reason, and you may as well take advantage of it. Be that person that other people look up to. Be that person that people see you and they're like, oh, look at her. She just does what she wants to do. She dresses however she is comfortable with herself. And people will vibe off of that. They will want to be around you. People want to be around other people that feel good about themselves. They want to be around other people like that because, frankly, they make them feel good about themselves. When they see somebody being comfortable with themselves, they're having a good time, they love themselves, people want to be around people like that. Happiness is about feeling good about yourself from the inside out and loving yourself as a person, whether, you have disabilities or you have issues or whatever it is. If you love yourself, your radiance will radiate to other people, and people will vibe off of that. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I will definitely catch you guys in the next video, and I will see you guys later. Remember, smile and love yourself, okay? Toodaloo!